Near one another, ready to teleport in at a moment's notice as there's Make It Rain to come down. Cyclone is there as well from Way, who's just keeping them at bay. Down goes Ona, and that is going to be the Warrior Trickster, but now Doran has found his mark. Down goes Way as junglers will be traded. The Shy gets into the backline though as Gumayusi is his target, and down he will go. Faker still trying to find it though as Rookie will be taken out. Faker gets into the backline and assassinates all of them. Double kill already, and Doran finishes off. The last one is now the Shy. Cannot do anything. No mana, no hope. As a teleport to bring the Galio back. That might be the opportunity. This could be a 50-50 as Ona in position, but he wants to start the fight instead. They take down the Drake. That's going to be the soul for T1, and Maker limping out as cease and desist is going to do nothing at all. Faker just throws the fire away, and Rookie goes down on the back end, and T1 just steamroll them.
Guma got the soul, and T1 are gonna get the game. The Shy's running, but there's nowhere for him to flee. T1 will walk inside the base.
All right, we're fighting again as now Carrier in a bit of trouble. Does have to put his Wild Growth on cooldown as the darkness is going to come in, but Carrier already dead. Ona able to put himself in a great position though, as the Pantheon will be the answering kill, but Rookie on the top side of the map means that Gumayusi cannot play the game. He's taken out, but it's a 1-for-1, and now it's T1 trying to fight back. This time the Ram is going to connect as the Ziggs satchels himself out and burns to death as Ona's red buff gets it done. Now Mako not going to be able to do anything. The anchor is cute, but I think that Faker will be able to finish this one off, and T1, they're going to be able to fight back. Over here I can see Orcs.
Oh, they're going for the Shy!
Left as they are looking for the Shy. Can they find the fear? And they will be able to do so. This time, the Shy doesn't have a lot of that funny business available. He's doing a lot of damage, and now the Cavalry is going to come in as he bought enough time to allow IG to capitalize on this one. As Paranoia just to buy the space, and we'll see whether it works. He looks to turn it. They take down Gala, and Ona is still alive. He survives through it all, and Way is going to fall at the same time. The knockup on Mako, he's dead, and T1. Oh my God, Ona, you are an absolute gem.
No way, buddy. Let's keep the action going. T1, they approach, they fire.
As Gumayusi's going to find it, and Rookie is going to get punished once again. It's being in a brush that's going to be their downfall, and it's Carrier that's able to get the last hit, but Gumayusi is kiting like a madman. Another Wild Growth, and T1, it feels like the same team fight that they won before. Well, they're going to go win it again. Deny the hook in as Faker distorts his way back again. The knockup going to go wide from Doran, who flashes away. Now the Ram is going to show his teeth, but that's a brilliant stasis to come on through. Ona goes in, he survives for so long, way too long. Wild Growth comes in, and it's Gumayusi with the damage. Why is this Nocturne still alive? Ona, you absolute monster. The inner turret's going to go down, and I think this is the end of IG, and T1 putting the end to the LPL has started early this world.
They're going to be running interference, and Ona and Gumayusi just melt this thing. Weaver's Wall won't allow FlyQuest anywhere near it, and T1 has already claimed the objective. Now Whipplo's got to try to stay alive. Pop Blossom finds Faker. Gumayusi's already killed Buzio. Masu flew into the back line, but he crash landed, and T1 tears them apart. FlyQuest thought they could take that fight. They thought they had to, but T1 would not let it happen. 100 Thieves looking to peel away now as Ayla charges in for the headbutt pull, but it's not going to connect. Ayla now going to be the target here with the redemption coming down, but Carry is first to die. 100 Thieves already have the first kill. River's going to the back line. He wants Faker and Guma. T1's killed River, but what about the rest of the fight? Quinn into the back. Faker staying alive, trying to kite him out. Joker with a little bit more damage, but he's down. 100 Thieves overstep, and T1 have been the best team in the world so many years for exactly this reason.
Are able to push in here. Carrier is there.
All right, first inhibitor turret already down. Into the back line goes River, but into the front line goes Carrier. Pop Blossom, FBI's already down, and Ayla's gonna follow. River dies to the back line of T1. It's 4 dead already, and with only Quinn alive, T1 is ready to end this game. The Shockwave will not find the Akali. Quinn will waste as much time as he can, but it will not matter. 100 Thieves left it all on the Rift in their final series of League of Legends, but the winningest team in the history of the game will not be be stopped here.
Through the mid lane, Faker is separated.
Charm is there. Lock up on Owner, but he goes invisible for a brief moment. Now he's pulled him to the death realm up against Mir when ulti is really going to do nothing, but Owner's still able to retreat forward now. Alvaro taken down. Owner coming over the wall, going to pop out in a brief moment. Wants to get the grass blade, doesn't have time. That's the shutdown, but it should be super uncontested. Instead it's Keria coming in with the pulverize, and now it's Yo-Yo versus the world. He goes into the Faker, but there's too many people. There's not enough sky to sunder. There's nothing left to guard. Jojo wants to make the difference, but Guma grabs it. 3-man shockwave. He just doesn't have the damage yet. He doesn't have the items. Jojo keeps
Up with everybody, it's a 5v5. They go in immediately as Doran tries to lead the charge with a blast estimating smash, but he's only going to be beat down himself. A lot of damage on the Doran, but he is not down. Carry into the back line. The major engage from T1. Tarzan finds a supreme display of talent to make it a 1-for-1 so far, but T1 have the health bars. Faker rides the Weaver's wall as Carrie's about to die into the back line, but Kyle falls. Tarzan falls. T1, they'll lose Keria as Gumayushi fights back, and Shanks is on the run. Faker and Guma looking for a little bit more with a piercing arrow going over the wall, and Faker's ready to flash. Another rock is thrown, and Shanks is buried. T1, 4 for 2. Make sure the health bars stay topped off. Flandra marked on the side. Seismic shove onto the AL top laner. Chain CC on the Flandra, he's already down. T1 have found the pick. Supreme display of talent, tries to hold the line, but into the back line goes Owner. Hope is being chased. Tarzan's being killed. Anyone's legend is being crushed as Shanks tries to fight back in a 1v4, but he'll get nothing but an epitaph as T1 kill 4 and take Soul.
T1 go fishing and they find Flandra. They pick him off and they decimate AL in the team fight.
The Crypt Bloom. AL starting up the Elder Dragon now. T1 watching on, waiting for the rest of the team to approach. Elder Dragon down to about 1/2 HP. Hope taking a chunk of damage. Dora charging in. Weaver's wall over the top. Kyle's going to be caught. A ton of burst onto the support of anyone's legend, and he's already down. T1 charge forward. Double kill to Gumayushi. Pressure onto Tarzan. Triple kill Guma. AL are cut to pieces, and T1 holds the sword. Flandra's last to die. An ace for T1 will be the end of game 1.
Great force there from T1. They use
but AL is going all the way in. They want Gumayushi, who already gets away, so they're going to switch over to Keria now instead. Owner trying to fight back as Shanks is in the middle of everybody. He snaps back. Keria dies first. Immortal Shield Bow keeps Shanks alive as AL are now continuing to retreat. Kyle and Shanks very low. T1 goes forward. Tarzan with a dunk, but he's only going to seal his own fate. Gumayushi barely holding on, but he burns down. Faker with a kill on Tarzan. Owner chases Hope. The Jhin getting away for now as T1 have lost their bottom lane, but they've killed 3 in response. Faker after Flandra, who has to flash away. Owner flashes to try to catch him with a ball breaker. Flandra needs more distance, but he cannot find it. Abscond, abduct. Goodbye to the Aurora, and it's a 4-for-2 trade favoring T1.
T1, and they don't know Doran's here.
Yeah, Doran's still there, the call of the Forge God, the paranoia over the top. Hope tries to get away with the flash, but he's still caught up in the fear. He waits to use the cleanse. Hope locked up by the Ornn, but he gets enough distance. AL staying alive for now. Kyle and Hope both get away. T1 goes in. Gumayushi with a killer instinct, but Hope still lives underneath the turret. Doran's going in with a bellows breath, and it's first blood over to Keria. Kyle tries to counterattack with Zenith Blade, but he does not have what he needs. Doran now the target. Shanks doesn't hit him with a chain. He's got to try to get away as Tarzan wants to kill Doran. Shanks still in the back part of the fight. Tarzan with a 3-man impale. T1 still trying to fight as Faker arrives in. Shanks down to 150, and the blooming burst from Keria gets him. It's a 4-2 game, 8 minutes in, and T1 take the fight. But again, that's a very tanky Ornn. Herald's going to lose all patience, and we can see Faker using the teleport to make his way over to the fight now after claiming that tier 1 turret in the bottom lane. Shanks still has a TP, but he's held in mid by Faker because of the wave clear of the Victor. Faker went in the trade against Shanks as Tarzan trades with Keria and Gumayushi. T1 with control over the Herald as AL approach. Flandra's going to look for a target, potentially here for the Death Realm. Herald down to 4k. Claw hits 2, but Flandra can't get any closer. Owner wants to take the objective. Paranoia's already gone out. Herald secured by Owner as the Ornn Horn comes in, but only only finds one. Carrier locks up Hope. Gumayushi into the back line, and the AL AD carry's already down. Owner tries to flash away. Doran in the middle of everybody, but Flandra barely stays alive. He should surely die right after the shield falls, and Owner kills him. Kael's on the run. T1's on the hunt. Everybody on AL's dropping, and T1 are absolutely demolishing the LPL team. Tarzan tries to dig through the wall. He'll barely escape. Very quickly. TP coming in from AL. Carrier on the flank, off to the right, ready for the pincer attack. T1 gonna pull off the Baron. They do not want to allow it to get low enough for Tarzan to try to steal. Doran jumps in, knocks Kael up into the air. Shanks going in after Carrier, wants to stop him. Horn through the middle of the fight, and once again, Flandra's gonna get focused, but he is not dead. Big impale from Tarzan. A lot of damage comes through. Carrier dies before the Pop Blossom. Flandra in a little bit of trouble now, but he's still fighting. The shield keeps him alive, but T1 is too strong. AL running now. They've lost two. T1 have only lost their support.
Shanks is actually creeping around, but there's not much he can get. He's looking for an angle onto Guma.
If he can find Gumayushi, that's the angle. That's the only way to win it, and there he goes! Shanks with the hero play as Hope tries to escape from Doran, but the Bellows breath takes him down. Tarzan wants to get away from Owner, from Faker. He can't quite get there. He's feared up. Shanks nearly kills off Owner, but a beautiful spell shield keeps him alive. Shanks is trapped inside the gravity field, and Faker takes him down. Tarzan on the run. He's the only one left alive from the original fight. Kael has finally respawned. Faker and Doran are going to continue the chase now. If they can get a delayed kill on this jungler, they can almost guarantee themselves either a soul or a Baron, and that's exactly what they're doing. Tarzan will not be allowed to dig through the wall. The Arcane Storm silences him as he tries at these tier 3s. Doran with a Bellows Breath to get through the claw. Flandra loses half his HP. The Mordekaiser's going to be your target. Here goes the Ornhorn. They knock Flandra up into the air, but again, nobody under serious threat. Tarzan with an impale onto one, but he's about to die. He flashes away. Guma flashes in. Carry with a 3-man Pop Blossom will seal the fate of anyone's legend. Guma with a triple. Guma with a quadra. Only Flandra stands. Gumayushi finally dies, but AL will die with him. T1 will not go quietly. They will force down the Nexus turrets. They will move to the Nexus, and they will take us to Silver Scrapes.
Leave it to T1 at Worlds to deliver us a...
He's going to find Doran, who finds him, as now the Solar Snare finds Tarzan, and T1 are moving forward. They charm up the enemy jungler. Tarzan's already down, but Doran dies. Hope is excited, but where's the rest of the fight? Carrier tries to get away. Gumayushi right beside him. Flandra here in the front line as Owner's going to be chopped up. The Mundo dies. Hope's on a killing spree. Flandra going forward, but Faker takes him out. Hope, Shanks, and Kael trying to get away. Guma, Carrier, and Faker stepping forward. The Otacon, it's impatient, but it's so close to dead. It is stolen away by Faker himself.
Mel wins those every time.
So slowly, Flandra gonna move forward, try to clear away the control ward. They're going in after the Aatrox. They set him up with the arrow. Flandra has been caught at a critical moment. Over the wall goes Tarzan. Wild Growth coming in from Kael. Guardian Angel will blink Flandra back, but where is the damage on AL's side? Doran into the back line. Kael is already down. Doran killed in response. T1 pushing forward. Shanks the next kill. Hope trying to kite. He needs to get away because T1 have won the fight 2-1.
Flandra is trying to reset and teleport back in. He's trying to link up with the team. The minions are here. They need to turn it. That's the teleport.
Okay, T1, they've got to understand this Aatrox is probably their target. Flandra arrives. Solar Snare looking to lock him up. Owner taking a ton of damage. Hope is excited. Flandra's got the kill. Solar Snare on Hope, but it's not going to do any more. Flandra's going to try to get away. Goes back in here for the Q1. Tarzan wants to engage on the Gumayushi, but he cannot find him. Flandra over the wall. Wants Faker. Can't get the damage. Hope can't do it either. Gumayushi's still alive. T1 out team fight anyone's legend for another delayed ace.
T1 kite into the alcove of death.
They earned up minions toward the Nexus turrets. Solar Snare not hitting a target. Flandra and the rest of AL scrambling to try to defend. Nexus turret's down to about half HP. Owner takes some burst. Tarzan takes more. T1 looking for the engage. They found Flandra, but he gets away. Half HP on the front line of AL. T1 pushing forward. They've made their way on the Nexus. AL scrambles to defend. Doran can't do it. History is written by the victors. And yet again, T1 turns the page of the LPL. They will once again earn their place in the semifinals. Like primed, Top Esports looking for something here. It's Doran jumped on immediately. However, he's into the death realm. He's going after Kanavi. He wants to take out the enemy jungler. Top Esports, they're trying to get him away. But as soon as the death realm ends, Carrier's quickness begins. And Top Esports have already lost their jungler. They're about to lose their top laner. 369 wants to go all out, but Gumayusi and T1 are all in. Hong trying to escape as Cream's got some fancy acrobatics, but he's not getting anything. T1 out team fight him, and they'll take the Otacon. 5 seconds left until the Cloud Soul spawns. Hong in some danger here, has to flash away. Carrier ready to go after him again with the quickness. Feet of Warfare finally claimed at 27 minutes by T1, and they are just barreling down the bottom lane. Gumayusi gonna get healed up by Redemption, but no! Cream's already got the assassination. He dies in response as Kanavi continues spinning forward, looking for a little bit more. The ricochets from Jackie Love. He needs more, but he can't find it. A double kill to Faker as Owner finishes Jackie, and only 369 is left.
Side of the map, it felt like that Jackie Love had really woken up in this game, but Kanavi once again isolated. Shockwave.
Shockwave from Faker to burst down the enemy jungler. Kanavi has never found his angles in this game after that first blood. Cream of the Wall wants something. They'll give him a burial. Gumayusi with the kill. 9-3 for T1. Everything Top Esports tried early was completely canceled, and T1 is showing them how to make plays now. 369 just trying to escape, but it's Top Esports being put to the fire. T1 just gonna pad the stats and take game one.
On the ult!
They wanted the public execution. They can't get Gumayusi. 3-man pop blossom from Peria, and Jackie Love's dead again. This time, his friends might just go with them. Gumayusi needs a little bit more as Kanavi chases forward on Doran. The Trundle needs the kill, but he dies to the Cataclysm. Cream locked up by Faker. It's a Justice Punch to the jaw, and Gumayusi knocks him out. Triple kill for the Kaisa as Hong's a fish out of water, and T1 get an ace for 2.
Top Esports try one that turned into a 4 versus 2 as Faker's Onyas.
Faker walks right towards the brush, but he's got the reaction time. Top Esports wanted to find their moment. Carrier's wrapping around from the side. He wants to cut off the escape. Pop Blossom on 2. Doran chasing after Hong as Jackie Love is dead again. And Doran cuts the enemy support down. Only Kanavi is alive to tell the tale. At the draft when we saw the Kaisa locked in, never mind, we don't have time. Jackie Love going after Gumayusi, who sidesteps the public execution and kills Jackie anyway. 369 wants the damage, and Guma's finally going to be shut down, but Top Esports lose their top laner. Now Owner's putting the pressure onto Cream, and Hong making more space as Faker lets blow the winds of war, and they will blow down Top Esports. Nobody's left alive. They might have got Gumayusi, but it cost them everything.
Not turn this game around idly by.
Owner over the wall, immediately goes in for the Cataclysm. Jackie Love under pressure as Gumayusi pops the Seeker, staying alive for now, needs a little bit more damage. Carrier swoops in behind him. Gumayusi's still alive. Top Esports is not. It's T1 with a full send.
T1 crashes down on Top Esports.
They're going to try to commit everybody to this. Doran has already teleported into the area first, but Ornn's about to arrive into the mid lane. T1 get engaged on. Hong's ready to go in, but a hostile takeover over the top tries to keep him alive. Carrier staying up here for a little bit longer. Carrier and Faker are both very low. Faker survives. Jackie Love under pressure. Gumayusi wins the AD carry battle, and Top Esports have already lost 3 men. It's about to be 4. Carrier may have died. Faker may have died, but Top Esports are going to lose everyone. Owner and Doran bury the last one. It's an ace for T1.
Run him down.
Oh no, Kanavi! What was that? He jumps into the middle of everybody, and the Comet Spear to execute him. The pressure of elimination in the semifinals is crushing Kanavi as Owner tanks up 369 for the time being. Hong with the pressure onto Guma. Cream goes between between worlds, tries to jump in. Gumayushi about to die, the bailout will not save him. Top Esports, they need more now. Cream wants to get out, but the Solar Snare locks him up. Faker gets the return kill as Faker and carry a duel with Hong and 369. A triple to the Ornn, as that will be the execution through the Golden Eclipse for Faker to take out Hong. And nothing more, now he's marked. Kanavi trying to do something on the side, but it's Hong here on the front line that's taking most of the burst. Owner still in the middle of everybody. The Redemption coming in to save him, and the bailout does just that. Cream at least gets one. Hong at 200. Jackie Love trying to fight, but the decimating smash guarantees that he can't. Gumayushi knocked down as we've got a 3-for-2 favoring T1. Faker's not even been in the fight though, and Mel is ready to make her arrival. Cream, the only damage really left for the side of Top Esports. Faker pops the rebuttal, and Carry is still alive. Solar Snare locks up the Ornn, and 369. The countdown's about to hit 0. They're just waiting, trying to stall this out as long as they can. Make sure that he's not alive at all for the Dragon Soul. They'll kill the Ornn. Forced to flash over the wall. Doran flashing after. Here comes the Comet Spear, ready to fly over the top of the decimating smash, but Redemption keeps Jackie alive. Maybe the kill from Kanavi, but no. At least Faker should die here through the bailout, so Cream's gonna get the credit on that one, but T1 aren't done. Cream goes between worlds. 369 with a two-man knockup. Top Esports, they found Gumayushi, but they have to trade Cream. Jackie's still alive for a little bit more damage as Kyria, Owner, and Doran want some more. Hong gets almost caught by the hostile takeover, but it's 369 focused instead. T1, their carries might be down, but they still find another kill. Doran goes on a rampage, and the three remaining men on T1 knock down the tier 2. T-lane push, so T1's just gonna keep going straight for the Nexus. Here comes the Grand Starfall, and Jackie's already down. Hong goes with them. The focus fire into 369 as Cream and Kanavi scramble to stay alive, but nobody on Top Esports has anything to stop T1. It's only the mid laner left. They'll get the final kill. And yet again, the highest peaks of the LPL are merely stepping stones for the unkillable Demon King. Faker and T1.
Used cooldown up just in time. KT keeps going, but now they want to turn it right back. Instantaneous equalizer. Carrier locked up. Rumble coming in, but denied. Carrier wants to knock Perfect out of the fight, but it might not matter because it's Doran into the back line. Owner stays standing. Cuz take it down. T1 fired back.
No matter the early deficit, T1, they still win the team fight. They still get the Dragon, and they're looking for BDD.
On the hunt for BDD, but there's just nowhere for him to go in the blink of an eye. KT's lead disappears. 50 now, 5 seconds on Doctem, but he doesn't have access to a TP to make it to the fight any faster. Perfect TP available. BDD finds the angle on the door, and Carrier now backing up. 3K on the objective, getting lower. Steadfast presence gone. Faker on the backside. Cuz wants to try to make it out of this one, but now they're moving into advantage. Take down Guma. No, Guma living. Guma just wants to finish him. Looking for a bit more damage, but T1, they find the double for Carrier. They take the Thornbound Otacon, and Perfect. It is too little. It is too late.
Baker teleports in and he saves the team fight. He gets that shove. They get the Otacon.
You can see the pierce that lands onto Doctom, taking that chunk of health. Flash in, full committal to the fight. Pillar to isolate Owner, Redemption to heal Faker right back up. That's almost every single cooldown burn. It's on BDD to try to turn it back, but it's a split fight. T1 coming from multiple sides, collapsing as Owner moves in on top of Perfect. Dorn has been isolated in the death realm, but he'll manage to make it over. Flashback absolutely jukes him. And now it's Perfect caught in a 1v1 with Faker right as he comes out. He is stunned, but he won't be taken down. All of T1 in the pit. The spears stacked, smites available.
Faker's gonna teleport back. They're recalling Mordekaiser and the Anivia.
The fight just continues to go. 6K getting lower. Doctom trying to get a bit of poke. Hostile takeover connecting. They don't have a cleanse. Devour from Peter is good, but it might not matter. Cuz continuing to move in. BDD waiting over the wall. The ulti is there, but they don't need to face him yet. The turn on to Faker isn't enough. 3K. Cuz in the pit. At the end of the day, it does not matter because it is Doran to get the soul. KT might be able to get the fight, but there's too many members of T1 standing. Ocean Soul to T1 as everybody on KT falls.
And
Wall to zone KT away. Flash not there for Cuz either. BDD off on the side is going to use the ultimate. W in from Peter does absolutely nothing. T1, they see a vulnerable opponent. They know what they can do as they start to rip them to shreds. KT is not going to take a bear, and T1 reminding us why they are here, what they can do in a world final.
On the top laner.
Cuz caught out, isolated, immediate subjugate to try and stay standing, forced to flash back. BDD in the darkness! 3-man! But it's Doran to try to turn it right back! The ulti is decent, Carrier wants to turn it back with the hostile takeover. The gold deficit is just too massive. Even a miracle, even an incredible angle was not enough in the face of this T1 lineup. The triple, the quadra, T1 bringing us the silver scrapes. Play, but he is still damn powerful. Doc Dom here. T1 pushing them back. It'll take a miracle for them to get this one out. Owner, Peter coming in for the lockup, but Owner manages to get the objective. The fight coming out. Fire rained over the wall by Gumayushi, and down goes Peter. BDD finally arrived. That's the ulti coming in the meantime. He needs a little bit more space. Doctom, BDD untouched, but the front line has fallen. BDD, CC'd, knocked into the sky, and right back into the grave. T1, get Otacon, and ace KT.
A triple kill for Guma and T1! Do it! They take over!
As well. The ulti can do a lot of work. Doran going in, doesn't connect the hookshot wall dive, immediately CC'd. Exhaust coming in as well. Combo over the top from Guma! Finds two! Exhaust as Carrier moves his way to the backline. Faker rains down from the sky, locks up BDD, and obliterates the hope for KT Rolster!
The bullet time will end the time of KT here at Worlds as T1 will chase down Cuz and look for the Baron.
T1 that make this so hard is immediately going to kick things off by going in on Cuz. Taking away the Frost Armor passive. Lockdown from Carrier is there. TP in from Doran as well. Ulti's going across the board. BDD caught off the side. A good flash to take him out, and Guma has to be careful, but he's so damn fast. Owner, lock up BDD. He goes gold in an extra 2.5 seconds to consider what went wrong as T1 looks set to end it all.
They're going to finish the job. It is Doran and Peter left alone in the mid lane, and T1 will ace them.
T1 earning their legacy again and again and again. There can be no doubting it. 4 players on the Rift today, making the impossible possible. Owner, Faker, Gumayushi, Carrier, and now Doran as well are world champions.
And the disbelief on his face. A teammate that so many have praised over the long years. Domestically, he's always been able to show it.